Yo, what is going on? It is your boy Lume. Welcome to the Room 12 podcast. I am here with
Vezzy Slums.
Adi Eimg.
Yes, sir. Let's give it up. Round of applause for ourselves real quick. Welcome. The Room 12 podcast. This is something that had to happen, something we've been talking about for quite some time now, and I would say it's our first episode, but we're going to keep it real with you guys. We probably shot like 3 or 4 pilot episodes.
This is our 5th one.
This is our 5th one, but first to you guys. You guys, what has it been? What's it been like shooting a podcast for the first time with the other takes? How do you guys feel?
I feel regular now.
I feel good.
You guys feel good? You guys feel comfortable?
Yeah.
I want to say I feel a little comfortable too.
It's the ghost that kept stopping us.
The ghost?
The ghost.
The house ghost.
Wait, did you press record on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Should I check?
Nah, I think we
Well, we got 2 hours, so.
I didn't press record.
No, I know you didn't. I think I went back. I should double check.
Back.
I feel like the first couple pilot episodes we just kept running into different issues. There's not a lot of space here at the EIMG studios. That was one of the things.
Fuck.
Vezzy takes up a lot of
the space.
A lot of the space.
A lot of air.
Another thing too, we were just having issues with the equipment, right? Like it's the first time we do it, so
we weren't having issues. We were just dumbasses. Forget to record. Forget to press play on the.
Well, you're in charge of recording the audio.
No, I'm not.
You're
I'm
next
in charge
to
of
it.
shit.
Yeah, you are.
She is. I can't. I don't know this
What
technology.
is this?
That's yours.
Mine's right here.
Yeah, but you have 2. Put that one over there, please. Okay. Whatever.
But yeah, pretty much. Well, this one goes up, which I'm sure it will. I think we got everything locked down, but it's pretty exciting. I feel like we all kind of found our grooves with this, so we won't look like too much of newbies. But fuck it, we running it up. We doing it big.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
There is. I think we should just jump into it. There is something that I was thinking about today that I wanted to ask you guys and get your guys' opinion. Do you guys think that it is trending to be toxic right now?
No, I mean, maybe for like the younger kids, but that shit sucks.
I don't know what that means.
I feel like it's kind of like glorified in a way where like people pride themselves on their toxicity levels, if that makes sense. And I don't know if it's like all the memes and shit, but I feel like, we live in an age where it's kind of cool to be toxic, maybe.
I don't know. Some people like toxic people. Like they're attracted to toxic.
You think that? Why you look at Vezzy when you say that? She kind of gave you the eye, my boy. Like,
nah, I don't like toxic people, bro. I don't think you should be toxic in a relationship. That shit's stupid as fuck.
All right.
No, because you're gonna say something like
no. If you were to rate, all right, everyone's got to rate themselves on a toxic scale. 10 is like super toxic, out of pocket, fucking nuts and crazy, and 1 is like you're like mute and you're never toxic. Like, what would you rate yourself, Vezzy, on the toxic scale?
probably like a 2. I'm not that toxic, bro. I'm really not.
He's not.
He's not. What about you, Adi? What would you rate yourself on the toxic
I
scale?
don't know. What do you rate me?
I feel like she's a female, so it's okay to be a little. No, honestly.
Okay.
It's okay to be a little more like, como se dice, like a little more toxic, bro. Like you gotta watch out, like, like.
Answer the question.
Yeah,
I think she's a 5. She's a 5 or a 6.
Damn.
But that's not bad though.
5 or 6.
Yeah, but I think, like, dude, it's because like us as guys, we put a bad rep on ourselves, bro. Like,
What do you mean? You speaking for everyone right now?
no, I mean, well, whoever it fits, whoever the shoe fits. But there's a lot of guys who like cheat and shit, who
Facts.
cheat, who fucking try to like play around with girls just because they got a chip on their shoulder to like be cool around their friends.
Mm-hmm. That's valid. Was that considered being toxic?
Cheating?
Yeah.
No, that's just considered being a fucking whore.
No, that's fair.
I don't think cheating is cool, bro. Like, that's just whack. You're gonna get a fucking infection in your penis if you cheat.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy. I think if I were to rate myself, I'd probably say old Loom, like, or younger Loom was like definitely like maybe a 7. right?
Damn.
And I think Adi has a point because I was like attracted to the toxic shit when I was younger, where it was like, yeah, this is cool. Let's like be toxic. But now, dude, I think now that I'm older and shit, I'd probably say I fall between maybe like a 3 or 4. You know, it kind of depends though.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe it? All right, so we're all gonna rate each other. Adi, you gotta rate us.
No. Y'all go first. I'll go last.
All right, Vezzy, go rate Adi and rate me on what you think based on like how you know us and shit. What would you rate us?
I don't know. I think there's like our Addy is like I said, like a 4, 3 or 4.
You just dropped it down.
Bro.
Or a 4 or 5. All right, my bad. 4 or 5. And
What's
then
the truth?
The truth, probably 4 or 5.
Press. Say one number.
Pick.
1.
5.
Damn, you went up. All right.
And then you, I don't know, bro. I've never really seen you. I mean, maybe you're toxic. Probably like a 6.
Damn. That's
I've heard stories about toxic Lume. I've never met him. I've heard stories though.
all right. That's valid.
But
valid.
like, where are you toxic? Like, what? Name a couple things that you don't like that a female does that makes you toxic.
no, I think
Be honest. Don't be a bitch.
whoa. I don't know, bro. What makes me turn toxic? I just think I think it's like lack of communication. Like that's just like, dude.
But that's not. That's more of like that. Those
No.
are rules for like you have to communicate in a relationship.
Yeah, but I'm saying it kind of makes me like be a fucking toxic. Like, dude, like you're out of pocket.
Fool, like more like
Okay.
like
Okay.
if she wears something.
Let's say
like-
she's wearing like a short skirt or
short shirt
something, and like, you know what I mean?
Does that? Are you like, dude?
Like
go change.
tennis outfit.
I think it just depends where we're going. I think there's a place and time. Like if we're gonna go out to the bars and shit, fuck it.
No, like if she's
that's what she-
going to
yeah.
a family party,
Yeah.
like just us, and she's wearing that little tank top that shows some cleavage and a skirt that's short.
I think now old me probably would have been like, yo, that's out. You need to change. My mom's gonna be there. Like what the fuck? But I think new me, I'm kind of the new and improved Loom. I really don't care no more. I'm not tripping on that type of shit. You know what I mean? I think now it's like I'm grown and it's like you're grown. I'm at the point kind of where like if I date, it's like, I mean, it's either gonna work out or it's not. You know, you're either gonna do your part or you're not. You know what I mean? I think trust is a big thing too. Like you got to be able to trust someone, but also, I mean, if you're meeting someone that's kind of like that and you already know they're kind of like that, it's like, I mean, why would you even bring them really around? Also, you know what I mean? I think I don't know.
So you wouldn't want you wouldn't want a girl that like wears stuff like that. Is what you're saying? You're not gonna really be.
Nah, it's cool. I guess what I'm saying is like one thing that, like again, in past relationships and my old way of thinking is just kind of like, I didn't really understand. You know what I mean? Like as a guy or like younger me would always kind of feel like, oh, you want the attention. You know what I mean? And I think it's fair to say that some girls do. Some girls like the attention. You know, and some girls say that it's just the way they dress and they feel good about themselves. So I think it's different for a guy, you know, like I've never had a 6-pack or been super ripped where I'm like walking around with my shirt off where it's like, yeah, I want the attention. But you know, there's sometimes when your boy kind of dresses up and it's like, hey, if I'm getting checked out, cool. It's kind of cool to get checked out too as a guy. But I don't know. I think it's different now. I think it's definitely different. But I don't know. Maybe I'm still a little toxic. Yeah, we're going to have to find out.
Okay, you have to read us now.
Read you guys. I'd probably say you guys are pretty equal. And I'd probably score you guys like a 3 on the toxic level.
No, like be honest.
All
Be
right.
honest.
He's a motherfucking 6. And Adi, you're probably like a 4.
I know you're lying right now.
I feel like you're less toxic than him. I feel like, and it's maybe not even toxic. I feel like this fool likes to push your buttons sometimes to where you get pissed. But I don't know if wouldn't consider that toxic.
That is toxic. Pushing someone's buttons.
That's
just
why I
for the
gave him.
fun of
That's
it?
why I gave him a higher number. This fool does the same shit with me. Vezzy be fucking pissing me off on purpose.
You know what? Now that I think about it, you are toxic.
You're toxic as
You
fuck, my boy.
are toxic.
Even in your relationships with family and friends, you fucking
Yeah,
toxic.
hella
motherfucker.
toxic. Now I think about it. Mm-hmm.
This fool used to piss me off on purpose. Like, do shit. Like, nah, fuck you, Lume, and blah, blah. I was like, bro, what the fuck's your problem? And in the background, he's over there laughing. I didn't know until Adi told me, like, you know, he just does it on purpose to make you mad, right?
Yeah.
Why do you get a kick out of that, Vezzy?
I don't know. I always got a kick
Yeah,
out
what
of
a
it as
fucking
kid.
asshole.
I don't know, dude. Like,
What an asshole.
I don't know. It's just.
No, you gotta know it's in there.
I don't know, bro. Like as
You
a
just-
kid, I just like to piss people off. I don't know why. Like,
He's still got that silver tooth in him.
You got that silver
yeah, I
too?
think I don't know. I just like to piss people off. I've always pissed people off, bro. Like see where they take it.
You like to push people's limits?
Kind of.
That's crazy.
When has it backfired? Like, where this has been a time where you've fucked around and it backfired? Like, you're like, oh, I fucked up.
Never.
I feel like with
That's
Josie, it must have happened a couple times. At least.
Oh, well, like
Just,
people that
with-
I like, yeah, like or I
and-
love and shit. Yeah, like maybe like with her, like sometimes like I'm playing around and then she like takes it serious. I'm like, oh fuck, I fucked up.
But you play the part though. You play it off like you're being serious.
Yeah,
You're hard to
dude,
read.
I know. I'm a Gemini.
I don't know what that means.
I fucking hate. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I'm good at fucking.
He's fake. He's a good fucking.
I'm good at a lot of things.
two-faced
that a lot of
ass
people
faker.
don't know that I'm good at.
You should be an actor.
Nah, I don't want to do that shit. I don't know, bro. Like, I've always kind of pushed people's buttons to see like how far I could take it, and just.
It's crazy.
And then yeah, but it's never backfired me like, or backfired on me like in the streets or anything. Like no, like
You just like get joy out of ruining people's days.
sometimes like I'm just calm and like I don't do nothing.
I don't know, dude. Sometimes you take it too far with me where I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this
I'm
motherfucker's
just
problem?
like that, bro.
And you'll be a little bitch about it. Like, nah, bro, it's fine. It's fine, bro. Like, whatever. Do what you want to do, bro. Whatever. And I'm like, bro, it's not even fucking like that. I'll pull up right now. Nah, bro, it's cool. Don't even bother. Like, you already shit the stick. You already whatever.
Bro, when he does that shit though, he's like on the phone like this.
Fucking smirking. Because we got a group text. The three of us got a group text because we're constantly in communication. Like, all day, the three of us are texting. So, I feel like he used to do it more before he knew I found out. There's times where I want to like text Adi on the back end and be like, yo, is this motherfucker for real? Is he really bent? Because it's starting to get irritating.
I don't know why I do it.
Like today, I pulled up on him because he said I shit the stick. I'm not
Oh,
going to tell you
yeah.
guys why.
You
But-
did shit the steak. He shit the steak.
I didn't shit the stick.
Did he
bro.
shit the
Just,
steak?
just a little
You shit
bit.
the steak, bro.
I might have shit the stick a little bit, but I made it right. I pulled up. I was ready to throw hands with this motherfucker.
But like that's a good example. He was joking.
No, I wasn't. I was actually.
You were partly joking though,
But I was like, this was shit the steak.
but he
did
was
shit.
partly joking.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
All right. What about you, Adi? Has there ever been a time where you've done something like jokingly and it backfired?
She's always pushing my buttons.
Do you purposely push his buttons?
Sometimes when he pisses me off, but I only do it because he pisses me off.
No, she used to do it
A
hella for no
woman
reason.
reacts to a man's
Actions?
actions. There you go.
I don't know. I feel like it go both ways. I feel like it definitely go both ways.
I just ignore it though.
Does that piss you off more when he ignores it?
No.
I ignore it, or I'm like hella nice to her when she's hella mean to me.
This
then-
fool flips the switch like.
And
I'm
then
just
she's
kidding.
like, and then the thing about her though is when I can make her laugh whenever the fuck I want.
"Well, you're funny looking, bro."
Like no, but
That's
I could do
odd.
some shit, and like she'll be pissed. Like say she's pissed on the couch, like just like mad dogging me, and then like I'll do something,
Okay.
and then I'll break her little anger face and make her smile, and then I'm like, all right, I got it. From there,
Yeah, I don't really see Adi mad that often. It's maybe been once or twice.
she gets. When she
Dude,
gets mad, she
remember
gets
when
mad.
I got mad? Like, oh my gosh, it was so bad. And then this motherfucker called you, and then I was like, bro, I literally cannot do this right now. And I literally kicked you out of the house. I felt so bad that day.
She gets mad, and when
It's
she gets
cool.
mad,
I mean, that's different. I mean, but I'm saying like when we've all been kicking it, because I feel like we do spend a lot of time. I can kind of tell when you're starting to get irritated. So I'm just like,
Really?
let me just
Tell
kind
them
of.
about the time when we were in fucking over there in the hotel.
me.
I don't know either of you.
Which
I
part?
think
Though?
this was drunk.
Yeah.
No, it's because she was
no.
like when Addie gets mad, she's short as fuck. Like she'll be like K in person. She won't be like K and on text. Fuck it. But me and her were talking, and I knew why she was mad, but she wasn't mad at me. and she was just being short.
Mad. I wasn't
She
mad.
was just like being short. She was like thinking, I think.
Oh yeah.
And then Lume was like, "You're not gonna do that on me. I know you get mad at Vezzy and you do it on him." And me and her just looked at each other and laughed, and then we just all laughed.
Yeah.
Like, fucking Lume.
Not crazy.
No, but I don't really get. I used to be a fucking like angry person.
You were a hothead.
I don't get mad no more, bro. Like it takes a lot for me to really get mad.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah,
I
now
still feel like you got some hothead in you, dude.
No, now it takes a lot. I feel like back in the days I'd get mad at little shit, but like now it's just like like I don't. Why am I even mad? I'm just more of like if I lose. Like when I was like a couple years ago, like I'd lose something and I'd be so pissed it'd ruin my day. And now I'm just like, God made me lose it for a reason. Like I always just say like, God did it for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good approach on things.
And so like when I say that, I just don't even. And it's funny because like I say that and I forget about it, and next thing you know, I find it. Or like I say that and next thing you know, it happens. Like there's a lot of people who like do things and they're like, oh God, like what the fuck, like it didn't like a shirt or something, like I got the wrong size, da da da. And then there's like. I'm just like, fuck. I mean, God didn't want me to buy that shirt for some reason. And the next thing you know, I end up buying like 2 of those shirts that fit me because of some reason. I don't know. Like, just shit happens for reasons, I guess.
No, that makes sense. I feel like I'm very patient too, but I feel like the things that I have a short fuse with, like I'm not patient. Like if it's a reoccurring situation or a reoccurring topic where it's like I've had it, like I'm fed up with it, and I keep interacting in those situations, like I go 0 to 100 real quick, like instantly on certain things. But I feel like for the most part, I'm pretty patient. I feel like I've always been patient as a kid and shit. But growing up now too, I guess you just kind of start seeing shit differently.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I'd asked if you guys thought that shit was like, it was a trend to be toxic. Because I feel like you didn't see a lot of that when I was like younger growing up. Like, yeah, there was chicks that were kind of toxic and shit here and there. But it wasn't like really glorified or like idolized. I feel like now it really is. But
I feel like it's like you said, a trend. It's like it's gonna die out.
Hopefully.
Once shit hits the fan and you're really in a relationship, like it'll die out.
Yeah, because
there's no reason to be toxic, bro. Like toxic is just like, well, it depends. Like a lot of like us, like as Mexicans, like guys are really toxic, bro. Like they're like, oh, you can't wear that or you can't do so and so, and I don't know.
Is that toxic or is that more machismo? Because I think
it's both. But like, dude, and the funny thing about it too is sometimes if you don't do that to girls, they're like, "Do you really love me?" It's weird because a lot of girls were in that cycle where like they saw their dads do it, their tios do it, and like you don't do it, and they're just kind of like confused. I don't know, maybe because they have the freedom. But like, I'm like with her, I've always like told her like, dude, wear what you want. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. She can wear what she want. She could go where she wants. Like as long as you like, if not any, you could ignore me all day. But if you need something, let me know. No, like if you go out with your mom,
he hates being ignored.
If I text her, I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Yeah, I want her to reply. But if I don't text her,
that's toxic.
No, like I'm not gonna be like, oh, where are you at? Like no, like I've told her, dude, go out with your mom. Like go out with go out with people and like enjoy it. Like don't be like thinking that I'm home mad, like because I'm not. Like I'm just chilling, bro. The only thing is like, just if anything happens, call me. Or like I've never been the type either to, like I said, to be like, you can't wear that or you can't do this. I always tell her, wear what the fuck you want. Like I'm not your dad to be like, oh, you can't wear that. Like she can wear whatever the fuck she wants. Like if someone has a problem with it, they could come talk to me. If it's like I've always told her like to like, I don't have a problem with you wearing anything. I don't give a fuck if it's like something short or like whatever. But like I know guys stare. There's always guys gonna be staring. I know people are gonna judge and shit, but as long as a guy doesn't touch you or do anything to you, then you're fine. Then I'll take care of it if that happens.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But 100%. never, ever like have I been like a dick about like what she wears and shit.
Because there is people like that for sure. How do you feel? Do you feel you? All right, here's a good thing. Good question. How would you feel you would be with your daughter? Would it be the same approach? Yeah, like if you had a daughter, like you'd let her wear makeup at a young age and dress up?
Yeah.
You wouldn't trip? What about you, Adi? If you had a daughter?
No, I don't care. Cause when I was growing up, I was like a tomboy. So I wish like I was, I don't know, you know? No, you don't know.
No,
it's because I feel a lot of it too is Dude, a lot of parents are strict on their kids when they're kids, and they grow up and they end up being fucking whores, or they end up being a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you have the freedom as a kid, like, you never know, bro. Like, what if I have a daughter and she starts doing makeup as a kid? She grows up, she can start doing makeup for someone famous. You know what I mean? Like, they could get so good at something that they can make a career out of it. You never know, bro. Like, if my kid came one day, like, young with tats and shit, and he likes tats, and if that's his passion, that's his passion. I'm not gonna judge him based off of, like, what he likes to do. As long as he's not fucking killing people or hurting or, like, doing stupid shit, then I'm not, like, I don't give a fuck what you do. I really don't.
Yeah, that makes sense. I want to say that my pops was definitely a lot more stricter on my older siblings. And they can tell you, they'll vouch. He was like, you guys can't go out, you guys can't do this and that. And I feel like with the times changing, like, me and Josie, we did whatever the fuck we want when we wanted. Like, I wouldn't really ask for permission. Like, yo, I'm out. Like, I'm gonna go here and sneak out and, lie about going to the movies and going to parties and shit all the time, and not knowing if I was gonna make it back home or not. But that's the other part too, where it's like, if you give them too much freedom, like, what are they really doing? Because I know I wasn't a really good kid.
I mean, my parents would give me hella freedom too, though.
I think it's just more about, like, trust and being able to communicate.
No, for sure.
With your parents and stuff.
With your parents and in a relationship, I guess.
It just all depends on the kid or the person. It all depends. Mm-hmm. Like, it all depends. You could give them the freedom and they'll shit the stick, and then even if you're strict on them, they're still gonna fuck up. So it's like, it all depends on who the.
Oh, you know what? Also, like, with clothes, like, and stuff like that, like how you said, like, some parents are strict on that. I feel like that makes kids grow up, like, more self-conscious of, like, like, especially girls, when it's like, oh, like, this family member's coming over, go, like, put pants on, don't wear leggings or something like that. Like,
that's stupid.
That shit's weird as fuck.
Yeah, I agree. It is pretty odd.
Yeah, that's stupid as fuck. I don't know why people are.
Or like if your fucking little ass fucking girl, 5-year-old, is fucking wearing shorts and the parents like, oh, go put pants on.
You think it's because the parents know something else, though, like, about certain family members, or they're just like, they don't want their kids?
But why would you have somebody like
around,
that at your house? You know
what
I mean?
No, I agree. I've personally never been in that type of situation, but it is possible that it could definitely happen.
A lot of, I don't know. I've known a lot of Mexican households that are like that, where it's like, oh, this guy's coming over, put a sweater on or something. Yeah, isn't that weird?
Maybe not invite that guy.
Yeah.
Let's just not have him around.
I don't know.
I think it's kind of crazy, though, speaking about, like, being Mexican and being raised here. I feel like a lot of families are different. A lot of Mexican families are different. But as far as our culture goes, I feel like there's a lot of similarities. And I think it goes by, like, age groups. Like, I feel like my siblings, the way they were raised similar to a lot of other Mexican families in that time. And then, like, my age group and, like, Josie's, like, a lot of our friends and, people we went to school with, they kind of had more, like, similar freedoms, but still the same culture. And then I feel like with, like, you guys in your guys' age group, I feel like the costumbres are a little bit different than, even though it could be the same parents, but I feel like they kind of either loosen up a bit with their kids as time goes by, or maybe it's just times in general kind of change.
I don't really think it has to do with time. I feel like it's more like, I feel like more parents that come directly from
the motherland. From the motherland.
And like come to the United States I feel like they're more how do you say, old school, I guess? Or I mean, they don't have to come to the United States, but I'm just saying, like, from the motherland, they're more, what did I just say?
Old school. Or like have their ways and stuff.
Yeah, and then parents that are born here in the United States, where everything's more, I guess, like, chill, less strict. I don't know.
Yeah, and then you got sometimes, like in Vezzy's case, where his mom was born here, but his dad's from the motherland, so you get that mix of both.
Crazy.
Do you think you were raised different than your siblings? Like, as like your parents got older and got maybe like your dad, for example, got more used to like the lifestyle here, and like your mom or whatever, like now that they have your two younger brothers, like you think it's like different ways of raising them, or do you see differences in that?
I think definitely my dad's way less softer or way more softer on them.
Like more lenient?
That and like with me, like I'd fuck up, I'd get my ass whooped. That ass, like, well, I mean, dude, it's not like my dad would abuse me. It's fucking, I was a fuck up, like I was a little fucked up kid too. I'd do crazy shit.
You told us earlier you did like pushing people's limits.
Yeah,
so
bro. No.
So like, yeah, my dad was very, very more like strict on, not strict. I don't want to say strict because like they would always let me go out and shit. Sometimes they'd beg me to go out.
Really?
Yeah,
they didn't want you in the fucking
they didn't want me
house.
home. Like they'd be like, go with your friends, like go do something, go like, and I'd just be like, nah, I don't want to go. Like I want to be in my room. And I mean, yeah, like my dad was like a little harder on me, but as like my second brother, he was harder on him too. Like
Shout out Kid Ace.
not that bad. And then my youngest brother, that fool does whatever the fuck he wants, bro. He's a little like he does whatever he wants.
Which one's more toxic from your two brothers?
Chris,
Yeah, little Nene one.
Yeah. Nah, like, but my dad's always like my dad. I don't know. My mom and my dad have always been like cool with everything. Like they never really been strict. Nah, I mean, kind of. I don't know, bro. Like it was just weird growing up, and plus I was never really home, cause I mean, like when my parents had me, they were kids.
Yeah, they were pretty young.
So like they were learning how to be parents, and most of the time they were both working. So I was always on my grandparents. So
I think that's the case with everyone's parents with their first kid. You know what I mean? Like, I see that in a lot of other like relationships. Like the first kid is like you're figuring it out type of shit.
But one thing like I do appreciate is how my dad was hard on me, because it kind of made me not be harder on my brothers, but like look out for them more.
Te puso las pilas, güey.
Kinda, because I still fuck up here and there, but like it's just more of like, oh, like he kind of set the example of like, cause you know, bro, like everyone knows when they have younger siblings, their parents get soft. So you got to, like, as an older sibling, you got to check your brothers and sisters. So like once they get soft, you take their puesto and that's it, bro.
They let shit fly with them that they didn't let fly with you. You're like, hold up, let me regulate this real quick.
Yeah.
No, that's what's up. What about you, Adi? How are your parents with you?
Well, my parents were both from the motherland.
Shout out the motherland one time.
I don't know. I feel like I got raised very old school. Yeah.
Was there like a pivotal point where your parents kind of, I don't want to say got more used to being on the States and shit, but like, was there a moment in time where you kind of noticed them change a little bit with their like costumbres and like maybe giving you more freedom or being more whatever?
Because my parents got divorced. So I think once, I would say after I got out of that like teenage phase where like I was rebellious, after that stage, so I would say maybe like 16. I don't know. I just grew out of the rebellious stage, and then I was like best friends with my mom.
Yeah.
So basically,
She was hella rebellious.
I was pretty
She'd
bad.
sneak out and shit.
To do what?
Be with friends. Like it tripped me out because like, dude, my mom might be watching this, but like, dude, I never snuck out. I never had to sneak out.
They let you out?
Yeah, for like I'd just be like, hey, I'm gonna go here, and then they'd be like, oh, okay. Like, do you need us to pick you up? Like, nah. Like there'd be times too where like once I went to the Adi Eimg and we were just kicking it and like just drinking and shit, and like I told mom like I'm not coming home tonight, and she's like, oh, okay. Like that's fine. She's like, just be safe, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like my mom was hella more lenient. My mom was hella more like, my dad was too, but I knew if I called my dad there would be more consequences. That would be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you fucking up? But it goes back to like, he was from Mex, so he was a little more strict. But
that makes sense.
But my dad also like, I don't know if maybe the area he grew up, because a lot of like strict parents come from like ranchos and shit, and my dad came from the city, so maybe like what was going on in the city like was going on like happens here and shit. So like my dad wasn't that hard on me either, like that bad. But
it kind of makes sense too though, because like your mom, they were hella strict with your mom, with my sister, extremely strict. So I could see her not wanting to be that way, or maybe like you said, pushing you to go out more and shit. So I could definitely see it.
But yeah, my mom's cool as fuck. She's like my best friend.
Yeah, shout out to both your parents.
Yeah.
Little ghetto mom.
She's ghetto.
She's ghetto as fuck, bro. My mom was shit, bro. She be trying to squabble with hoes and shit.
Dude, I remember growing up, bro. Your mom had her whole little chola phase. Like that was a style, you know. That was what was going on. I remember they used to dress me up all like little cholo, little thug too and shit. Her and Teaser. When we went under this bridge, they took pictures of me one time and shit. I was all fucking glasses and that, but all throwing up shit. Like it was cool times for sure. I don't know. I feel like my parents definitely adapted though. I think like with the time, they maybe didn't care as much about me or Josie, or they were definitely more like, you guys can do whatever you want. I think what helped too is like I bought my own car. Like I bought my first car at a young age, so they could never say like, oh, I'm taking your keys or you can't go out. It was kind of more like, hey, I'm going here. Like, you know, I didn't have a license. Once I got the license or my permit, there was no stopping me. Like, I'd bus missions to Sacramento. We did school to go to the mall. Like, we were just fucking around all the time. Like,
crazy.
But they weren't really on my line like that. They weren't always like calling me. My mom, for sure, she was a little more worried about me and shit. But Pops was kind of, he was like, go do your thing and shit. I think he knew what was up too. I think because he used to be turned up all the time and shit as a kid. So I think he definitely knew like this wasn't gonna go out and party or this was gonna go kick it with some fucking little thotties and shit. So he was always more like, yeah, whatever, do your thing.
Dude, another thing, I was hella good at hiding shit. I think if my parents knew the shit I would get into, they'd probably be like scared.
You want to share some of those or what?
Like what? What do you want me to share?
Well, I don't know. I mean, what do you want to let them know, or you just want to be suspenseful?
Shit. I mean, like, fuck.
Maybe.
They're gonna be pissed, but fuck it, dude. I used to fucking trap out my parents' spot.
You used to trap?
Yeah, fool. Like I'd have cars. All right, so like,
Jesus, fuck it.
we lived in like the bad side of town in Corning, so I got used to all that bad shit. And then my parents got a crib like in a house like 15 minutes away from this town, a small ass town like full of rich folk, well off folk. And fuck, bro, like I got introduced to substances, and I mean just selling them, bro. Just fucking just making money, and then like. Also, too, like being a hothead as a kid, just fucking fighting fools and getting shot at and shit.
Didn't you have a weed plant growing in your room?
Yeah, my parents let me, bro. my parents, the thing about my parents, they've always been like, they've always knew who the fuck I was. Like, I've always liked the fucking growing plants and having animals and shit. So I think they just accepted it.
They're like, we're not even going to try to fight it?
Yeah, like I had fucking AK-47 and runts growing in my room.
Wow.
And like they were just kind of like, oh damn, they're growing nice. Like good job.
Your mom's all watering them for you. Hey, you didn't put water in them.
Yeah, but like also growing up in LA and shit, like my uncle out there, he used to grow weed and shit in his room. So I feel like maybe I don't know, bro. I don't know why my parents let me do shit like that, but but like if they knew the shit, like I said, that I got into, they probably wouldn't let me go out. But that's why at the end, like I'd go out still, but I knew like when I'd go out, I'd look for trouble. So that's why I didn't want to go out when it was like, there's nothing going to be there. So fuck it. Why am I going to go?
That makes sense. I feel like with my parents, once I got older, I could tell them all the shit I did. Cause it's really like, you can't really tell me shit now. I'm an adult. You can be disappointed a little bit, but I think when I was out running plays and doing my shit, I didn't really tell them cause you know, especially I don't want them to be hella worried cause I was doing some shit too. But I feel like once I got older, like I had talks with them, like, yo, I used to do this, or I was doing this for a cool minute. They're just looking at me like, wow, we never knew. I was like, yeah, it was that good. Like,
yeah, but like, I was never out there like chasing pussy or like going to parties to try to get pussy. I was always trying to like hit licks at parties and shit. And like you seen, you hit a couple licks. You hit a couple licks at parties and shit.
Fucking talking about the fat lick we hit that one time when at that party with the carnitas.
Oh, fuck. It's because. All right, so like that day, my grandparents. All right, so like, I moved out of my crib at 16, right? 16.
Yeah, around 16.
And I moved in with Lume, and we'd just go to parties and shit like every weekend. And I would always go because this would always like get drunk and try to get into trouble. And so I always had the thing on me, just in case. And that day we went to a party. The homies though, it was a homie party, so we knew it was gonna be chill. And I wasn't even a homie. I don't even know the fool, actually.
It was like a homie.
Yeah. And my grandparents the whole day, oh, like, we've been craving carnitas, this and that. Like, hopefully tomorrow, like, we could go pick some up. And, like, my grandparents are older, bro. Like, I don't want them to waste money and shit. And then I was kind of dry, so I didn't have a lot of money. And I was like, bro, like, I feel bad. So we go to this party, and everyone's drunk and shit. Hella drunk. People are, like, throwing up. Everyone's blacked out. The owners of the party, like, blacked out. They had a big-ass thing of carnitas. So I was like, fuck, dude. Like, my grandparents want some, so let me just hit a lick really quick. I got a plate. I filled it up. I went through the back, and I put it in the car. Boom. Big-ass plate full of carnitas. And then I told Lume, like, hey, fool, like, talk to these people, and I'm going to keep hitting licks. I took, like, 4 big-ass plates of carnitas that night.
Oh, my man.
And then before we left, there was a homie with us, too. And we all like, hey, can we all take a plate to go? Like, yeah, take whatever. So on top of the 4, we took another plate each. Yeah, walked out with 7 plates.
So like when I got here the next day, like my grandparents were
4 pounds of carnitas, maybe 4 or 5 pounds.
My grandparents ate good. We ate good. It was a good day.
I'm dead.
But like all the shit I did, I wish I didn't do it. Nah, fuck it, I did it. I can't stop it. But I just hope like my younger brothers don't do it. And if there's like kids watching, don't do dumb shit. Like, no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Trying to be like, have a chip on your shoulder and shit. It's not worth it, bro. Like, stay in school. It's better.
Sure.
Stay in school,
like,
kids.
Selling drugs and shit is cool money and shit. The most money I've ever made. What do you think I made the most money I've ever made?
Couple $100.
Nah, like in a week I made a couple. Like I made 1,000 once in a week by selling fucking chickens.
Really?
Selling chickens is the most money I've ever made.
Yeah, I sold some other shit and made a lot more money, but I don't know if I want to tell.
In a week, though, as a fucking 17-year-old, 1,000 in a week, not doing shit. I sold a couple chickens and I made 1,000.
I respect the hustle. That's a good hustle. Is there anything you guys want? Since we spoke on the topic, what's some advice you guys would give to like the younger kids? I think we can go there and then kind of end it, and give some people some more dope podcasts. But if you can give some advice to the youth, Adi, what advice would you?
Oh, you first.
You go.
You go.
Go, Vezzy. He's all sell drugs.
Go.
I don't sell drugs. I mean, there's a lot of kids raised around like, don't sell crack and shit. That shit's played out. That shit's bad. Like, I'm being honest, bro. Like,
that's it, kids. Don't sell crack.
No, if there's kids watching, if you're gonna do something, do it right.
Terrible advice.
No, but don't sell like crack. Don't sell all these other shits. Like, don't do that. Like, if us growing up in the north, like, dude, we saw people grow hella weed.
Yeah, that shit's regular.
It's regular out here. So it's like, if you're a kid and you're watching this, if you have a passion for something, do it. But like,
legally.
try to. Huh?
Do it
legal, yeah. Do it legal. Like if you're into like growing plants and stuff, like take classes on it. That's how I learned how to grow my plants. I literally I never liked school, stay in school, but I use like agriculture classes and stuff.
Grow habaneros and fucking sell them.
No, if you want to grow weed, grow weed.
That's crazy.
But if you want to grow, like, try other stuff. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, just do what you love.
Do what you love.
Do what you love and do it right. And just be like, there's a lot of people who made it legit, made it legal, and have legal like little growing houses and stuff, or even like the things like too, like the roosters and stuff. Be legit, bro. Like, don't fucking try to rip people off. Like, be as honest as you can and as humble as you can. Always. Don't let like money get to you. Like, don't ever let money get to you. Always try to have the best quality stuff. Always try to have the cleanest stuff. Like, never. And another thing, don't go like if your friends are like, oh, do this, don't pay attention to friends. In a couple years, like your friends, and if you're watching this and you're in 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, all the friends you have right now, some are gonna end up in jail. Some are gonna end up having kids. Like, all the friends you think are friends right now, they're not gonna be there. Only like 2 or 3, and those are like family. So take care of those. But the friends that tell you not to do those things, those are real friends.
That's a lot of solid advice for everyone.
But like I said, just stay humble. Do things the right way. Don't try to rip people off. Don't, because karma gets your ass. Karma will bite your ass.
That is for sure. Adi, any advice you want?
Dream big and move in silence.
That's very powerful. That's very powerful.
That's what I have to say.
I fuck with it.
Lume.
Shit. I mean, there's a lot of dope things we can touch on. Maybe we can do this every time we end it. Maybe just, give some opinions or advice to people. Because there's a lot of dope shit. I think based on what we talked about today, if I were to give, the younger people or even people my age, whoever's watching, some advice, going back to like the parents thing. I mean, I know a lot of people's situations might be a little bit different with your parents, but your parents ain't going to be around forever. You know what I mean? Like, and not even just because of age, like shit happens every day. You don't even know if we're going to wake up tomorrow or whatever. So I think the best advice I could give is if you don't have the greatest relationship with your parents, maybe, if there's a way to fix it, if it's fixable, if it's just you kind of being arrogant or not giving a fuck or being too worried about partying and like what you look like in front of people, maybe take some time to get a little closer to your parents. And if you're older too, if you're too busy and you got your own family, like fuck, make some time for your parents too, because they raised you. You know what I mean? And for all the people that got different type of situations, like obviously that shit doesn't apply. Like everyone's situation is a little bit different. But I think the best advice I could give would be try to get closer to your parents and enjoy them and shit. At least in my situation, I know I wasn't really there with them all the time as a kid. I was out fucking around and chasing shit all the time. Now that I'm older, I definitely I enjoy the time with them and shit. Try to take them out when I can, and they've been through life. They got a lot of good advice too. So sometimes you can go and pick their brains and learn some shit. But on that note,
well, hold on. Another thing for the kids. One more thing. Just learn how to forgive.
Period.
Learn how to forgive. Don't hold hatred. Don't hold like rencores and inside. Don't hold in that shit. Let God take care of it. If your friend or someone is being a dick to you, don't try to do something do something bad back to them. Just let God take care of it.
Let go and let God.
Mm-hmm. Let go,
bars,
but let go. Like honestly, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, and at the end of the day, you're gonna learn from all of it. So just forgive and let God steer you in the right direction.
I would say right now what you just said, I heard something. You're gonna win some and you're gonna lose some. Just don't lose yourself in the process. Like don't lose yourself in that shit.
Yeah, because in life, dude, like you're gonna experience a lot, and like for the kids, like keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
Always just stay on your own path. Like stay on your own path, do your own thing, learn how to forgive, and it'll steer you in the right direction to life.
Bars. And on that note, you guys stay tuned for episode 2. There's anything you guys want to know about us, ask us. Go ahead and follow the Instagram page, Room 12 Podcast. That shit's popping right now. You guys can follow us on our social medias too. We'll link them down below. We do appreciate you guys for everyone that stuck around. We got more dope shit coming, more dope topics. We'll bring the artists around. We'll go in a little bit more depth about ourselves too. But fuck, if there's anything you guys want to know, let us know in the comments, and we'll probably be doing some giveaways too.
And leave a thumbs up if you watch till the end.
If you left, leave a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe.